Hotep brothers and sisters, Black Power, as always, giving honor to the Creator, giving honor to the ancestors, as well as my sister, Chief of Staff Brother Harris Abdul, my father, my in-laws, and all the brothers and sisters who are in the ancestral realm as we speak, who we live for and who we are today, because we are our ancestors. And what I want just quickly to, discuss is how, these holidays, not only are they unhealthy for us morally and economically, but they also are damaging and devastating spiritually, because a lot of times for these types of situations and during these times, people get extremely emotional and knocked off their spiritual base behind the fact that the brothers and sisters, that our people who are in the ancestral realm are not here in physical form for these particular holidays. I call them holidays instead of holidays because they only give us hell. They only bring us hell. A lot of killing. We've had a young brother, teenage brother, who was murdered in Southeast Washington a couple of days ago behind the fact that he had on a pair of Jordans that he was given for apparently a Christmas present or for being an honor roll student, and he was robbed of those shoes, and he lost his life behind a pair of Air Jordans. And now think about how many thousands of our young gods have been murdered for a pair of Air Jordans. And you have never seen this coon, this old fucking faggot, Michael Jordan, ever spoke on the fact or showed or gave his condolences to any of the families of these young gods that lost their lives over these shoes. And which makes no sense. It is so foul for this nigga, to ignore the situations that's going on without even thinking about lowering the price of those shoes. And that's why I have some issues with this bipolar alcoholic, what's his name, LeVar Ball, or whatever the father's name is, who wants $500 or $600 for a pair of shoes, pair of his son's shoes, knowing that our babies are being murdered behind these fucking shoes. Not that anybody would commit murder for LeVar Ball's shoes, I don't think. But at the same time, just raising the prices without thinking, about the moral fiber that eats into the black community in terms of the mindset that you have, thinking like one of them white motherfucking so-called imposter Jews, that they come to the black community and they gobble the fucking land, they gobble the property up, and they set camp up, with the Chinese stores, with the liquor stores, with the dialysis centers, and the Planned Parenthood and the pawn shop. And that's in every hood. In every fucking hood. And you will know when the crackers are coming, because the first thing that they build when they're about to wipe out a black community in terms of gentrification, the first motherfucking thing they'll put up is a Starbucks. That's a clear indication that those fucking devils are coming. And, you know, and Michael Jordan, you know, and look at, for example, look at Stephon Marbury. His shoes are of high quality, but he sell them for $15 because he understands the struggle of not only the black youth, but the black community as a whole. That he's not going to play a part into the draining of the economical status of the black community. You know, so big ups to Stephon Marbury. Now, I want to quickly, briefly discuss the situation in Chicago, where this so-called Trump is sending UN troops to Chicago to supposedly crack down on the violence that takes place in Chicago. Now, first of all, Rahm Emanuel, who promotes black on black violence in the black community, and that's why when he was chief of staff to Barack Obama, he left that office to go to Chicago because he wanted to cut into the drug trade, because the Russian mafia and the so-called guineas in Chicago have cornered the market on heroin and cocaine in Chicago. And what they do, they front the black youth and then watch them kill each other. And so Rahm Emanuel wanted to cut into the drug trade, possibly control the drug trade, with no intention, because soon as Rahm Emanuel went into Chicago, the violence rose about 150%. So that shows what type of mayor this devil is. You know, and he's part of the Israeli Mossad, you know, that MI5, MI6 shit. You know, this motherfucking devil is firmly entrenched in those particular organizations. And UN troops, knowing these motherfucking white British and white German and white French motherfuckers, knowing when the way that they view not only the black youth, but black people as a whole, they're coming to kill and murder in cold blood the black youths that are in the streets, that are supposedly gang members or what have you. There won't be many arrests. There will be more murders than there will be arrests. Now, I'm telling you all this ahead of time. And something has to be done about that. But at the same time, once again, let me backtrack about the black community in terms of, you know, in every black community, you have a liquor store, you have a pawn shop, you have a Chinese restaurant with garbage, with fucking garbage. You have a dialysis center, and you also have a Planned Parenthood. And this is what gets me about these sisters. You know, they parade up down the street with these, you know, Black Lives Matter posters and banners, but you're the same ones who are in Planned Parenthood getting abortions, which infant mortality and abortions is the #1 killer in the black community. But yet, you're walking up and down the street yelling, and you're on these talk shows hollering this Black Lives Matter shit. But you got a triple triple Kotex on because of you just had an abortion, because you went out to the club, got faded, got laid. Now you don't want to take the responsibility of raising a child, or accepting that, you know, as a result of your promiscuity, you know, you have brought another life into this world. And so what you do, you go to the slaughterhouse and you pay your $400 or $500, or you use your public assistance insurance card to murder that child. You know, so, you know, it's a lot of things that we're going to have to do to clean up our act in the black community. Christmas, you know, hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars go into buying these gifts, buying these toys, these PlayStations, and all of these contraptions. And no one, all you see commercials is about toys. Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, Transformers, Doll Babies, you know, Madden, NBA Live, you know, Batman, all this shit. You know, they never advertise anything about history books, because Bob Johnson and Steve Harvey and other coons have the resources and the media connections to promote black history, in terms of having commercials about purchasing books for children and adults concerning the history of our people. Because everybody else don't have to have a commercial, because all other races know about their history, and they know or have a general idea who they are, with the exception of us. And, you know, and you know, and they play on our emotions. And what they do, they want you, you know, liquor sales go sky high because everybody gets drunk, they get high. You know, it's going to be so much dope shot. There's going to be so much crack smoke this weekend. You know, so much liquor consumed. You know, so much promiscuity. So all the clubs are open. You know, so much abnormal sexual activities. You know, homosexual sexual behavior, perverted sexual behavior. All this stuff is going to be an all-time high this weekend and next weekend. And then, you know, a lot of you will say shit like, you know, with this New Year's shit, you know, the first of the year, I'm going to make all these changes and I'm not going to be doing this and doing that, which is bullshit. And the way white supremacy, they allow you to spend all your rent money, all your utility bill money for the holiday. And then when the holiday is over, you do your rapid refund. And the reason why they give you the rapid refund right at the first of the year is so it won't discourage you from spending your money again and again and year after year after year after year for these holidays. And I'll be discussing some other things with you in the near future. I haven't been making any videos because I've made over 200, and you know, it's plenty of information in those videos, and I'm quite sure no one person has watched every single video. But I will be making videos periodically, you know, discussing some of the issues and ills that plague the black community. So until then, Hotep, Black Power.